Alright, sounds good. Khan. Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Kodash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which will be preached throughout all four corners of this earth, and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. Shalom. Hey, Shalom, beloved Akim and Akwaf. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit, power, mercy, and grace of our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And what I wanted to do through the spirit is just tap into a very brief, I'm not going to be here long, very brief news and prophecy regarding some new information that just came out regarding the status of Greenland, okay, and Trump's stance towards it. Let me see here. And pretty much, this is fresh off the press. All right. Apparently, Greenland allowed Trump to get a pockets of Greenland. They're not going to give him the whole thing. They're going to give him pockets. They're going to give him sovereignty over certain pockets where he's going to be able to build, military bases. And it's funny because this article I got, which before we get into it, I just want to make mention. A lot of it, what we're seeing going on, a lot of it's theater. All right, a lot of it's theater. A lot of it's orchestrated. You see, and the world is a stage, man. And ultimately, prophecy is the foundation, all right, of the vibration on the earth. You see, no one and nothing is operating outside of the realms of prophecy. So ultimately, when you take a glance at what Esau is doing regarding him just, annexing various countries, taking over Venezuela, what we're going to tap into, you're going to come to realize that this dude's honing in on the resources, and there's a reason why. All right, there is a reason why, and we're going to show you. All right, we're going to show you through the spirit. Right? Let me get this real quick before we get going. Let's go to the book of 2 Corinthians real quick. And again, I'm going to be here for a good time, not a long time. All right, the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 2 and verse 11. And it reads, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, right? Satan being who? His physical counterpart, which is Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. He does the workings of the biddings of Satan on the planet Earth, evil E. Look at, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, right? For we are not ignorant of his devices, man. So we're not ignorant of Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man's plans, plots, mischief, schemes, okay? We know exactly how this man's moving because, again, prophecy, okay? Prophecy, just like when you go back in the time of, what's that, 2 Kings? Let me get this as well real quick. With Elisha, Or is it Elijah? Let me get this real quick. Bear with me. I believe that's the book of 2 Kings, the 6th chapter. When the king of Syria was warring with Israel, there was something mentioned. Here we go. All right, this is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 6. So it was Elisha. Let me see here. Where do I want to start? Actually, I'll start at verse 8. That's a perfect spot to spot. I'll start. The book of 2 Kings, chapter 6, and verse 8, and it reads, Then the king of Syria warred against Israel, and took counsel with his servants, saying, and such a place shall be my camp. Now check this out. And the man of power sent unto the king of Israel, the man of power talking to Elisha, right? Sent unto the king of Israel, saying, Beware that thou pass not such a place, for thither the Syrians are come down. And the king of Israel sent to the place which the man of power told him, and warned him of, and saved himself there, not once nor twice. Verse 11, Therefore the heart of the king of Syria was sore troubled for this thing, and he called his servants, and said unto them, Will ye not show me which of us is for the king of Israel? All right, so the king of Syria was like, wait a minute. All right, well, there's no way, all right, the king of Israel could have knew, right, that I was going to descend upon him at this specific location he set up a camp at. So the king of Syria is looking at it like, which one of y'all is a leak? You know, which one of y'all going to and fro, okay, to the king of Israel and letting him know what we're doing here? Check this out. Verse 12, and one of his servants said, None, my lord, O king, but Elisha, the prophet that is in Israel, telleth the king of Israel the words that thou speakest in thy bedchamber, bro. Okay, and you can liken this unto us, real time. Okay, with what we're doing via measuring the times diligently and wiring everything through prophecy, being able to hone in, okay, on what Esau's moves truly are. All right, because Esau uses he uses different types of words, you know, and his angle he comes at, you know, the narrative he pushes is, if the spirit is dealing, you can hone in on him. Esau only has so many plays in that playbook. He's very, 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 very limited in his playbook of deception, you see? And pretty much in these few articles I have to share with you, Akim and Akwa, in a video, Lord willing, we're going to clearly see what this dude's truly doing regarding this whole Greenland situation. And again, a lot of this stuff is theater. All roads lead to the MOTB. That's the reality. That's the prophecy that's going to bring everything together. You see? Watch this. Now, I got this right here. Let's get this article right here. Do I want to get this one first? Nah, you know what? Not this one. I want to get this one first. So, this first article I got is from InfoWars, right? And again, fresh off the press, dated January 22nd, right? 2026. And the title reads, Guantanamo, which we're going to go get that word. Guantanamo, look at Trump deal gives U.S. sovereignty over small pockets of Greenland for military bases. All right, now, this is how they're dressing it up. But watch this, though, real quick. Two things I want to show you. Now, when you get this word, Guantanamo, right? You got to get it under a meaning. So Guantanamo, right? Let's see if it comes up. Right, here we go. So Guantanamo is a slang, right? Term. It's a slang term combining Greenland and Guantanamo, right? A U.S. detention camp. That's number one, right? But check this out. It is used in a political commentary to describe a scenario where the United States established sovereign fortified military bases in Greenland. The term implies a contentious, non-colonial, or high-security takeover of territory rather than a peaceful partnership. Okay, now let me see if this is not what I wanted exactly, but I can make it work. Let me see here, and that's pretty much the point on that. But what I wanted to hone in on real quick, let's go back to that article real quick. So you see the play on words here. But anyways, let's go back to the article, right? So let's read down into this article a little bit, right? It says this, right? With little official information on what Trump earlier called the framework of a future deal with respect to Greenland, which prompted the president to call off tariff threats that he had issued in an effort to secure American ownership of Greenland and sparked a massive market rally. The NYT reports that the announcement followed a NATO meeting on Wednesday, which was yesterday, where top military officers from the alliance's member states discussed a compromise in which Denmark would give the United States sovereignty over small pockets of Greenlandic land where the United States could build military bases. All right, they're pushing that's the narrative they're coming with. All right, it's to build military bases, right? Now let's watch this. Let me see here, right? I don't think I even want any more of this article. That was the point. Now watch this. Now, oh, here we go. There is Salakia. I gotta go down. All right, check this out. This is a long read. So we pretty much just need that, and we need this right here. All right, these were a few key points, and what Trump was talking about when he was talking to a spokesperson from the CNBC. Watch this. It says this. It says this. Trump said this. Trump says U.S. to be involved in Greenlander mineral rights. Okay, hold on now. Trump said America needs to be involved with this little contract they got going on in Greenland's mineral rights. All right, so Babylon wants ties to the minerals. All right, that are in Greenland. Now check this out real quick. I got this other article, right? This is from The Hill, right? This is from The Hill. And it says, all right, this is dated yesterday as well, right? And the title reads, forgive me. No, it's dated today. Today's the 22nd. Both of these articles are from today. All right. This is from The Hill, dated today, January 22nd, 2026. This is the title, right? It says, Trump says mineral rights will be part of Greenland deal. All right. Now, I want to get a little bit of this real quick. But before I do, matter of fact, let me read this real quick and then we'll get what I got to get. On Wednesday, right, Trump, who has reportedly expressed a desire for the U.S. to own the Danish island, announced a framework agreement with NATO that would not involve tariffs on the U.S.'s European allies. In an interview with CNBC, he talked about his discussions with NATO leaders. And this reads, quote, they're going to be involved in the Golden Dome and they're going to be involved in mineral rights. And so are we. Okay, he said, referring to his proposed defense system, which is going to be through the, I believe that's going to be through the L3, what is it, the LS Harris, or something of that nature, L3 Harris, I think it is. But needless to say, the president did not elaborate on what his involvement would look like, but he said the deal would be forever. These niggas are crazy. But this is what I end up doing. And I'm going to come back to this, I'm going to come back here because I want to play a quick little clip. But needless to say, let me see here. As a matter of fact, I want to play this clip first. Salakia, bear with me. I want to say that was the clip. I'm not 100% sure if that was it, because it was a different clip here. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's this one. Either way, whatever, forget the clip. So what I did, right? I went on Google and I typed in what minerals are in Greenland. Watch this. All right? So this is AI overview, right? It says Greenland is rich in valuable minerals. Watch this. Including major deposits of rare earth elements, these are called REEs. All right, which Trump spoke about at the World Economic Forum yesterday, bro. And said, "Oh, we don't want it. We don't want it for the REEs. There's no such thing as rare elements in the earth." But in reality, that was what it's all about, and there's a reason why. Look at iron ore, all right, zinc, gold, uranium, right, graphite, copper, along with tungsten, palladium, okay, or palladium rather, titanium, vanadium, diamonds, niobium, and platinum group metals. These resources are essential for modern technology lie beneath its ice, with melting ice increasing accessibility and global interest and extraction through significant challenges remain, bro. Okay? Key mineral deposits are in this place, man. REEs. Greenland holds some of the world's largest REE reserves, crucial for electronics and green energy, bro. Okay? This is why Babylon must take Greenland. Okay? Because they need those resources to get this enterprise off the ground over here, man. Again, remember, there was an article not too long ago talking to the grid. This grid is fragile because what they're doing, these data centers that they're erecting, all right, they're not being sustained off of their own energy. All right, they're wired in parallel series with the grid, man, which is causing this grid to have hiccups. And these these grid techs, right? There was an article, man. These grid techs were saying in the next year or so, forget about it. If y'all don't stop tapping into the grid with these data centers, you're going to blast a hole right through the grid, man. This thing's going down. This grid's going down. Blackout through for who knows how long. All right, and we know that that's part of biblical prophecy. That's part of the chaos that's going to come, man, to Babylon, bro. You see, so everything is coming together. This is what's really going down. This is really why them niggas are over there. This is why they need to take me. And everything else is just to add suspense to the story. That's how Esau thinks he's the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So he's drawing up a story, making it look one way, you know, pulling the people this way, but he really going that way. You see? Look it. Watch this. Let me get a little more here. So you got the iron ore. That's over there. Right? Significant deposits are found in the south and west of Greenland. Right? Zinc and lead. Right? There, particularly in the north, it says gold is located mainly in the south. Uranium's out there, large deposits of uranium, it says. Graphite is reported all across the island. Let me see here. Copper and nickel has occurred all over the island as well. Let's see here. Critical minerals, significant reserves of germanium, gallium, niobium, and tungsten are present, vital for high-tech applications. Man, come on. All roads lead to the MOTB. This thing is about, this is the state, this is the next stage that's coming. This is what's happening, man. You see, let me read this again, man. Look at the critical minerals in Greenland, forgive me. I'm excited because this is you can see it. We see what's going on here, man. We can see through Esau like a looking glass, man. Right? Look at significant reserves of germanium, gallium, niobium, and tungsten are present all over Greenland. Vital for high-tech applications. All right? This man's trying to perfect his grid. This is what he's doing. All right? And they're making a movie out of it. Because again, Esau thinks he's the Most High. So they're making a movie out of it, and they're making it seem like, what I mean, Denmark, and now I'm meditating back on what happened. Denmark supposedly sent troops over there. Germany did too. You had Denmark talking about open fire on any foreign troops. Yeah, whatever. All right? This whole thing's a movie. This is a game that Esau's playing a big game. They're going in there for those minerals, man, just like what they did with Venezuela. But even this place right here has what they really need. They got the oil. That's going to sustain the economy, and now they can, flex a little bit, But over here in Greenland, now, all right, as far as this digital enterprise, all right, that this man's trying to get right, now he can start gluing things together now. See? He can start gluing things together now, man. All right, this is what they're about to get into, man. We got him. Okay? Esau's not slick. All right? Esau's not slick at all, man. Oh, let me see if I can, on this article, the video changed. It's like a different video. It's a bunch of different videos. I'm not going to be able to find the one I saw. I should have time-stamped it. I'm not going to be able to find it. But yeah, man, this is what it is, man. Look it. Let's go here. Bear with me. Let's get this real quick. Let me see here. Here we go. All right, this is the book of Job, chapter 27 and verse 13. And it reads, "This is the portion of a wicked man with power, and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread," man. All right, so ultimately, all these, children that Esau is able to pop out, because we know his old lady's womb's cursed. Or if he's having them with other women, numbered to the sword, right? Because Esau is numbered to the sword. All right, pursuing to Isaiah, the 34th chapter. All right, his own blessing that he received in Genesis 27 is a curse unto him. But this is the reason why I'm pulling this up. Let's read down. "Those that remain of him shall be buried in death." See? And his widow should not weep. Okay? And hey, Esau's old lady's starting to leave him at an alarming rate. Real time. The brother, I believe, Arrows of Indignation did a lesson going into. I got to peep the whole video, though. I seen some of it. But check this out. "Though he heap up silver," here's why I'm bringing. "Though he heap up silver as the dust, and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver," bro. Right? So these resources that he's tapping in on, shit that he got hid, right, at the Vatican, all right? Like, we don't know. Yeah, all the shit he got hid at the Vatican, and all these other resources he's trying to tap into to get things, it's all in vain at the end of the day. Everything he's doing is in vain, bro. All right? Everything he's doing is in vain. Because check this out. Here we go. He builded his house as a moth. Okay? And as a booth that the keeper maketh, man. All right? The rich man shall lie down, but he shall not be gathered. He opened up his eyes, and he is not, bro. All right? So ultimately, Esau, everything Esau is doing is just for him to get to his end point. You see? That's all he's doing. Remember, he's coined as what? The son of perdition. Let's go get this. Esau lost already. All right, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 17. Right? In verse 11, and the beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth and is of the seventh, and goeth into perdition, bro. All right, the eighth that's of the seventh. The eighth is Babylon the Great, America. All right, the seventh was who? Great Britain. This whore's mom. You see? She stemmed out of Great Britain, bro. All right? But guess what? It says what? And goeth into perdition, bro. So when 1776 hit and this place was established, all right, marked the end of Babylon the Great, bro. When you go into this word perdition, let's get it in the Greek. Let's get it in the Greek, right? Revelations 11 or 17, forgive me. This is in the NLT. Let me take that out of the NLT. Boom. Real quick. Boom. So yeah, this is beautiful, man. Now we know why the Trump regime in Babylon the Great has their asses in Greenland, or why they're seeking out Greenland. You know, and they're trying to dress it up as, oh, you know, we got to make sure we're protected from that side of the hemisphere, and they're trying to make it seem as if it's some type of defense, war game defense move. No, it's a resource, mineral, okay? AI, digital enterprise, build-up move. That's what it is, okay? Look at real quick, this word perdition.
Strong's G, 684, apoleia.
Right, and that's in the Greek. You go into the biblical usage, it goes into what? Destroying. Look at utter destruction, bro. Utter destruction. Look at this. The destruction which consists of eternal misery and hell. They're tripping. Ultimately, this place is going to get destroyed, and Esau's going to hell in the form of captivity. That's the reality of that biblical usage definition. You see? Look at a perishing, ruin. All right? Damnable, perish, pernicious ways, waste. You see? Ruin, loss. All right? That's the fate, you see, of evil E in Babylon the Great. Okay? But again, we're seeing a desperate attempt to fulfill the mission for Esau. They're gunning for the minerals, bro. But look how the Lord got them in the conundrum. Nothing's happening smooth and just straight cut for Esau. This nigga's he's jumping through hula hoops in efforts to get this thing going. He gets a little ground. This dude surrounding himself around technocrats, right? They got them chips going, through those modern day Chaldeans. But they got a couple of data centers going. But now they're in a position where what? You can only imagine that minerals are running low. All right, this is why they're like, okay, we gotta, you know what I mean? We gotta make it happen. Now, guess what? When they go to Greenland and they start sailing over there, they gotta dig through all that ice. The Lord made it real complicated for Esau, right? Real complicated for this dude. All right? Here it is. When you go into the when you go into Job, it says the stones are going to be in league with us. We're in the kingdom. You know, that's how you know that these demons are not the chosen people and the Lord's against them. You know, the earth is hiding her precious resources from this dude. He got to dig it up. He got to go laboring, bro. He got to go through there with a labor force. You know, and this is going to be a real complicated one for him over there in Greenland. All right. That's not going to be an easy feat. He even mentioned it right here. Let me get this article again. Let me read this again, because this is heavy. Ready? AI overview. All right. Greenland is rich in valuable minerals, including major deposits of rare earth elements: iron ore, zinc, gold, uranium, graphite, copper, tungsten, palladium, titanium, vanadium, diamonds, niobium, platinum, right? These resources are essential for modern technology. It's so important to understand that, because this is how we're able to hone in on Esau. We know what he's doing. Look at, they lie beneath the ice, with melting ice increasing accessibility and global interest in extraction, though significant challenges remain. All right, because it's dangerous terrain. You see, man. And again, we know what Esau's up to. Let's go ahead. We can close out with this right here. Hey, just a real quick news and prophecy, you know. Came across an article, got that first article. Well, no, the second one. The one into the Hill. And I'm like, wow. Kala Bashim shot. Oh, you know what? Let's get this. Matter of fact, damn, there was a couple that just hit me. Matter of fact, I got it. And that's the spirit. Hey, we brought it up early. But we'll bring it out again. If these scriptures don't run out of ammo, I'm going to go with the other one too. But I got to get this. Right? Because we honed in on something through the spirit. Right? Obadiah. Right? 1:6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought out? All right? Through the spirit power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, through his servants, the prophets, bro. You see? Like Habakkuk said, man, I will wait and see what the Lord will say to me. You know, that divine communication is taking place between the men of the Lord and his servants, man. All right? And through prophecy, right, through divine intervention and through the Holy Spirit, evil E, okay, is being found out. All right? He's been found, and he's about to be caught. All right? Because he's striven against the Lord. It's only a matter of time before he gets caught. He's going to get caught when the Lord comes, when Yahweh Shai comes. Now, real quick, let's go ahead. I'm not going to hold you Aki Aminakwa too long. And plus, I'm going to go tap into my big bro. I see the beloved Elder Manat Zakba. He live. Go tune in with the big bro. And it's funny, I was just thinking about him too. That's the spirit. Before I went live. And he went live when I was preparing to go live. It's all through the spirit. Needless to say, let me see, is this what I want? Bear with me, Aki Aminakwa. You know what? I don't think this is it. Let me see. Let's check this. Let's see here. There we go. Oh, no. There it is. There it is. Call out Yahweh Bashim Shah. Now, you know what? That's not what I want. Oh, there it is. The Wadi Yahweh Bashim Shah. Check this out. The book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, right? Chapter 14 and verse 5, and it reads, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods, bro. All right, this dude Esau, he's evil to himself. Here it is. The same air he has to breathe, he's spraying it with chemtrails, bro. Okay? The same waterways he has to rely on, he's built factories around him, which is causing chemical runoff to run into him. Dummy, right? Okay, look it. There is none worse than he that envieth himself, and this is a recompense of his wickedness, right? And you can see this throughout the course of all the Edomite regimes, even from the Greeks. All right, there was a fight for power since Esau been on the scene ruling. Like them 4 generals that Alexander the Greek set up. You know, you had the Ptolemaic and the Seleucid wars, right? That was Edomite, man. And then within certain empires, within Edomite empires, you had all types of backstabbing, defrauding, murdering, you know, for the throne, you know, to be seated on the throne or to be on this high council. Yeah, man. Esau always got down like that. That's why it's pinpointing and targeting them now. But check this out. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up, because, again, they're coming with a stance over there in Greenland, like, oh, we're going to protect it. They need our protection. You know, that's unprotected land. You know? Check this out. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, man. And at the last, he will declare his wickedness, bro. But we already know. Because as I mentioned earlier in the lesson, we can see through Esau like a looking glass, man. We already know what this dude's about. We already know the type of treachery that he comes with. You see? And now we're in a time where he's being found out. He's being pinpointed and targeted, man. All right? And he can no longer hide himself, man. But, hey, straight to the point. Hey, news and prophecy we hear. All right? Moves are being made. All roads lead to the MOTB. Akiyam and Akwaf. All roads lead to the MOTB. You know, understand that. You know, with all the tensions that are going on in Western Asia, you know, with the, you know, great awakening of Israel, you know, you have, you know, Esau being revealed, Jacob's trouble over the horizon. We're in Jacob's trouble. You see what's going on with ICE? So guess what? The MOTB has to stop moving too. And this is what's going to get it going. The Lord's going to let him go up. The Lord's going to let this damn demon, you know, go up over there and get some mineral and get things moving and get things popping. Oh, yeah. Yep. Because, again, the MOTB must be mandated. But as Esau makes it, he's in straits. He's in a position of difficulty doing this thing, making this thing go down. You know, but hey, the Lord's going to let him get things flowing, you know, get enough going where, you know, mandated and, you know, he get the rub in his hands. He think you know what I mean? He's about to, you know, be complete. Nope. Job tells us different. You know, the Lord's going to descend upon you while you're eating, right? And knock you off. But needless to say, hey, Lord willing, you beloved Akiyam and Akwat will edify. And Lord willing, you were spiritually fed through the spirit, power, mercy, and grace of our power, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai. And Lord willing, you were informed. Hey, Abaratazah, you were informed, man. Lord willing. Hey, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. Hey, double honors to the beloved elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. All right, till next time, beloved Akiyam and Akwaf. Hey, till next time, hey, the stage is set. All roads lead to the MOTB. Shalom.